okay with that. So, yes, we've been programmed and conditioned to view relationships as a means of ownership, and that's why it's so hard. It's so hard because we feel like we own the person. We feel like we possess them. We don't even own these bodies. We don't own shit. We're just partakers of everybody's experience. We're just in this experience, and we have the privilege and the honor of loving other people, not owning them. So, and this goes with everything. This goes with everybody in their carbonation, just relationships in general. You have to allow the person to bloom. You have to allow the person to be who they are. You have to allow them to evolve and grow into more of who they are. Because who we are today it's not really, we are the soul. We're beyond this experience. So, I think that's where the struggle comes in. And we willingly choose struggle. Our egos and stuff gets in the way. It's the programming, relationships. We have not been taught acceptance in relationships and accepting each other as we are and just it being what it is. Chief is monogamous or polygamist. I'm kidding. Monogamous. Yeah, I mean, he's polygamous. That's a polygamous man. And and like you said, I don't want to say you're monogamous. I don't think you're that. I think you're in love. And you love him. And you're loving him, accept as well. And same thing, Chief, with you, and you loving her. Accept. And I think y'all do. I think you're just working through relationships, and working through that struggle of wanting to own and control, pick up that flower. It's our natural, innate instinct. We see something we love, we want to take it. We want to hold it. We want it to be ours. We want it to be, you understand? So just allowing that flower to just be and just bloom. And I think that would help a lot.
I feel as though in the times that everybody seen me leave, that was the times where I removed myself to allow Chief to be completely be himself. And we always just magnetically come back to each other. You can't go around it. So whether he's polygamous, monogamous, or whatever it is, this still is a factor. This still is a magnetic
pull.
Hi. So that's what we're dealing with. Like I say, everything else is a non-factor. Because as long as this exists, then we'll have to deal with it. This is, until we evolve into something else. And who knows? Who knows? But for right now, this is, and this is what we're dealing with.
And that's good that you acknowledge that, because I'm glad that you come to that point of acknowledgement, because leaving, you're gonna come back. You're just, and life has shown that, y'all can't right now, and honestly, it's not the time for y'all to be apart. Y'all are supposed to be together. So it's always that pull, that magnetic pull is always gonna bring y'all back together. So in knowing that, you can't be impulsive when things, you know what I'm saying? When things don't go the way that you want it to go, and then leave, because you're gonna be right back. I did that shit over and over again with my soulmate, and I always came back. So I was just like, I'm not leaving anymore. I can't leave because I'm gonna be right back. So what I had to start doing was accepting him for who he is. I had to just accept, and he had to accept me for who I am. And together we compromise and make those sacrifices in order for the better of the whole.
That's
the whole.
That's
how I feel is different.
I think that's what.
What'd you say?
I think that's what we're doing.
Yes, I agree. I think you being there right now and going back is, for one, testament showing that y'all are soulmates, twin flames, hands down. And it's showing that you want to work, you want to love him. I don't even think it's necessarily work right now. And I think that's what you're saying. You don't want to work towards anything. You just want to build with what y'all have create that foundation, a solid foundation with y'all. And it just be focused on y'all. And that's honestly, I believe that's what y'all need, you know? And I feel you with that. But however, the entire situation, while you were gone, there were connections that were built with other women. And that's just a reality. So looking at it from the whole, in y'all setting y'all's foundation, he has to make things right with those connections, or the foundation will still be faulty, because it's going to come back up again. It'll come back up. That's how life works. That's karma. That's how this shit works. We keep repeating it, the same stuff, until we learn the lesson. So in order for the foundation to be built, which is what you want and what y'all need, he has to make things right with those other connections. Whether that means them being with Pisces, Malia being with Pisces, and them being with whoever, it's going to help in building that solid foundation. That way there's not that weird vibe stuff being, and he's in love with all these other women, and you know what I'm saying? It's none of that. It's building that solid foundation by taking care of what needs to be taken care of. You can't ignore it. It's a reality. You left, he built connections. Y'all are madly in love with each other. And y'all are soulmates. All of those are factors. It just is what it is. I love y'all. I love myself. I'm sorry.
I love myself. All right. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Hey.
Peace reflection.
Peace reflection.
So first of all, I would like to say it takes a lot of courage and respect. It takes a lot of courage for Nana to come back after everything that she's been through. So much respect, Nana, to you, because it takes a lot of courage to do what you're doing. And basically, I can feel where Nana's coming from as far as not putting a time limit on the polygamy thing, because it's gonna come, but she just needs her time to heal and get back into the groove of things, basically. Like, she just wants to. I remember a time when I saw you guys together and you guys were in the tropics and you guys were kicking the knowledge and everything. You guys were so in tune before all the drama and everything happened. It was so in tune with each other, and it can get back to that. I think it should get back to that before you guys go back to the polygamy. I feel like the polygamy is a distraction. I feel like it'll come eventually, but I feel like it's going to take a lot of patience. I feel like it's going to take a lot of patience on both you guys' behalf with each other, because without that balance of what she's asking, what she's saying is that she can deal with the other women, but she doesn't want it in her face all the time. Like, her having to see you hugging and kissing on other women and stuff like that, that's going to trigger her to react a certain way as it would any woman. She's not saying that she can't deal with other women, but she doesn't want it rubbed in her face. Like, it has to be done a certain way for it to be accepted. Am I right or wrong, Nana?
To a degree.
I mean, because you're never going to be completely okay with the situation, but it's a matter of, if you want to be happy and if Chief is going to be happy, there has to be some type of balance there. There has to be some type of compromise there as far as how the polygamy is going to be done. I feel like it can be done, but there has to be a perfect balance and compromise between the both of you on how to make it work. If that makes any sense.
It does.
Because you're strong. You're very strong. I've seen you throughout the years. I've seen your growth. I've seen your downfalls. I've seen it all. I watched you give birth. So I know that you are a strong woman. And it takes a strong woman to deal with a man like Chief. It takes a strong woman. So no matter what woman he gets with, he's never going to find, or whatever woman he gets with, he's going to look for you and that woman. He's never going to be able to replace you. He's going to be unhappy without you. You're going to be unhappy without him. So the only way to make this work is to find that balance. And the balance for you would be to not have to see and deal with him kissing on the women, or you having to see that. It should be a private moment between the other wife and Chief, and not you have to witness those type of things. That's how I would do it. I mean, you're never going to be satisfied with it, but if his happiness equals your happiness and vice versa, and you guys love each other, I feel like that's not too much to ask for her not to have to witness that. You still be able to have your wives and feel complete having your family, but she just doesn't want to witness that. You know, she doesn't want to have to see that. Your bond with the other women should be your bond with the other women, separate from Nana. She just doesn't want to see that. And as a woman, that's going to always trigger her to want to leave if she's around just seeing that. Like,
okay. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
What in the fuck? She repeated that shit like 7 times. I got something. I got something.
Hey, Chief. Hey, Nana.
Peace, God.
Reflection.
So I heard your responses, but Chief, first I want to know what really makes you happy. We're gonna keep it raw, uncut, nothing script, okay?
I do. I was just kidding. Go ahead. I'm about to speak for you.
Chief, what do you love? And this is to everybody there. Nobody's feelings need to be hurt. We just gonna keep it real and uncut. Cause y'all don't ask us viewers how we feel, cause my feelings is hurt right now. But this about y'all. So Chief, everybody has something to say about the women. I want to know genuinely, what makes you happy and what do you want?
Me, it's two sides. I keep telling y'all. It's two sides. I wish that I'm not. I gotta have Eliana. If it was up to me, I gotta have Eliana. I gotta have my daughter, and I would have Malia.
That's what honestly makes you happy, right?
That would make me really happy.
Nah.
But listen. Hey, what's going down, dog?
I feel you on that, and I feel you, but Nana,
come back in again.
come on, Nana. Don't get mad because it's real.
I'm not mad.
All right, so smile, baby. Smile. It looks better when you smile. So when you got with Chief, you knew what you signed up for. You knew what it was. You know what love is about, right? Wait, Nana, because you preach this, and I watch you preach it. You know what love is about, right? That's your king. That's your chief, and you are right next to him, correct? You want him to accept you for who you are, flaws and all. When will you begin to accept him for who he is and what he wants, flaws and all? And I understand where you don't want to do I've heard you say you feel like the way he's going about it is sloppy. You can't just be with any and everybody. And I see your reaction, your body language when he speaks of another woman and how he connects with that woman. But as a woman, keep in mind, you push him into another woman's arms to connect with another woman every time you run away. Now, you preached about what Babylon, what happens with the government, and what happens with the government trying to take the kids away from the father. You doing everything that you're preaching against.
I feel like that's your opinion.
But those are your actions.
I feel like that's your opinion looking from the outside in, because you don't know details about our relationship that wasn't plastered online. That's your opinion. Right. I see.
I feel like that's an aspect, but that's not the total of the situation.
Right, but Nana, keeping it real. You know he wants you. You know he wants y'all daughter. He wants y'all together as a family. Every time you leave, you know that makes him semi-weak, but it doesn't devalue him as a man. You know that's what gets his attention by running away with y'all daughter. You know it hurts him. You don't want him with other women outside of your approval as well. You got to respect the fact that he doesn't want you to leave with y'all daughter as well. Y'all have to be able to come to one. Y'all speak that y'all are one, but y'all views and the way y'all want things are not as one. Y'all here with me?
I hear you.
So I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's your next step, Nana? We heard what makes Chief happy. If you love him, you will put the pride aside, the hurt aside, and y'all will do what makes y'all happy. Because if y'all going at it, do you think the rest of the tribe is going to follow suit? It's going to be chaos amongst everybody. You as his woman, as his queen, y'all need to put y'all foot down and get it together as one. Chief, you got to respect her opinion too. She don't mind pleasing you and making you happy. But as a queen, as your queen, she has to be able to have some kind of say-so. And as a woman, you do come off somewhat aggressive. You do. Y'all come off like, I've been in toxic relationships and all of that. I get all of that. It's love. Y'all fucking fight. It's okay. It happens. It's life. But you push her away and she run away and push you into the arms of another woman. Y'all just got to keep it real with each other. It's either y'all going, that's a lot to handle.
That's just your opinion. Like, that's just how you perceive the situation, because I was here when, you know, he was with other women and I necessarily didn't like it, and I stayed and I dealt with it, and I just couldn't take it no more, and I just was like, you know what, this ain't making me happy, but it's making you happy, and I can't it can't be at the expense of my happiness. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because then I'm gonna be fucked up.
Right.
So I'll give you space, and like I keep saying, we come back to each other. It's not a matter of pushing him into the arms of another woman. That's just the way his mind was working at the time. Like, I was a whole year, way back in Mexico. It wasn't until recently that I really left the relationship for him to be with other women.
But what's the point of leaving when he's your soulmate?
I dealt with a lot in our relationship, as far as other women coming in that I did not choose, that I knew nothing about, and obviously, you know, they weren't reciprocating that energy 100% with me. I felt some type of way about that. I expressed that, angry. It wasn't the right way to express it. And at other times, you know, I just said it calm.
Right, and I understand that.
That wasn't reciprocated either. So I cannot continue to put myself in a situation where I'm undermining my happiness for someone else, because then I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to not be 100% fulfilled. And so that's all I was doing. And when I did that, we both came to the conclusion that we weren't happy without each other. So now we're in a situation where we're compromising with each other. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to understand that. Like,
it's not meant for us to understand. Okay. It's y'all's relationship. Right. But we have opinions about what we see, because as followers, if we see you guys preaching one thing, everybody's looking happy, healthy, and everything is going well, and then we come to sessions like this, now we're confused. No, because if I'm out here trying to follow your teachings and I'm letting my man do as Chief is doing, like, for one, let me say this. You shouldn't, my opinion is, ain't no running away when that's your king. You pull your king to that castle and you tell him, I ain't feeling this. You don't got to do it in front of everybody. You don't got to cut up in front of everybody. Remember, you two are one. Y'all are the main unit. You pull him to the side. You don't run away, because it makes the other women feel superior, as though when she's gone, I might have a chance at her spot. You never want no woman to feel that way.
You take your man to the side, babe. Listen, I ain't feeling this. We got to figure something out and compromise. As kings and queens, y'all make that final decision. The other women can either fall in line. If they don't fall in line, they can fall off. That's just period.
I just think that when if I'm telling you calmly that I don't like something in front of the woman's face and behind it, not behind their back, but in a closed setting when it's just me and you.
Yeah, you're not gonna take responsibility for having a short trigger and instead of
let me get to that point.
Right.
There were times in Mexico we recorded live. I said in front of Aya and Ra and whoever else was there in our relationship that I did not want to be in this relationship. Why don't I want to be in a relationship? Because this and this. That was turned, and because other people belief systems and how other people want to perceive it. All right, cool. I got with the program. The next time I expressed myself, I was hollering, I was fighting, I was doing all kind of crazy shit. You feel what I'm saying? That wasn't the right way to deal with it. Through the process of me explaining or expressing myself why I don't want to be in these relationships, I have learned emotional maturity through the process, yes. Though I feel like do you feel like I've told you in a relationship that I didn't want to be? I've said it over and over and over that I did not want to be in a polygamous relationship with these women. I said it over and over. I said it.
Okay, but look at the
there
manner
was,
you said it.
There was no. When I said it calm, which we have recorded and documented on YouTube. Well, I don't even know if it's up there.
Yeah, but everything online is you going crazy.
We had a moment when we was in Mexico. There were a couple moments where it was closed doors, where I sat with you and I cried to you. You held me when I cried to you, and I said, I do not want to be in a polygamous relationship because of this and this. You said, this is the way we're supposed to do it. I said, okay, fine. I'll get with the program. When I got with the program, let me finish. Mm-hmm. I got with the program, I still did not feel like I didn't want to do it. That's when I started flipping the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I started flipping out.
Okay, let me ask you this. You feel that way, and you know what makes Chief happy. Y'all can love each other. But do you feel like y'all could co-parent in carbonation without you being in the relationship with him and letting Chief live his truth?
Wait, you gotta say it again. I did not.
Would you know what makes Chief happy? You know what you don't want as far as in the relationship with being poly with other women that's there. Do you feel like you can stay in carbonation with y'all child, co-parent and be a family while Chief living his truth?
Absolutely not.
Chief, no, be fair. That question was for Nana. This is just being honesty.
My truth is with her. That's what I'm saying. So you can't.
Right, but if she gonna be with you, she must be able to be willing to accept you for who you are, and what y'all have to be able to compromise. And right now, there's nowhere there's going to be any compromising when. Nana, I understand you saying you are learning and you are growing and trying to be mature, but these are hard pills to swallow. It's in everybody's body language. These is hard pills to swallow. Y'all definitely have to talk amongst yourselves without other people there, not on live. Just you two behind closed doors about what you guys really want for each other, what you're willing to do and what y'all not willing to do. Yeah, that's just something that y'all have to figure out. But love is love. I'm going to continue watching. I'm going to let somebody else come up and...
I like her. She's cool. All right. I
Later.
appreciate you calling that, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
What Juice want to say? Let's see. All right, Juice, I'm trying to let you win, but you ain't picking up, homie. What's going on? Juice.
Yo, hold up. Yo, hey, all right, can you hear me now?
Come on, man. All right, there.
Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on that McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
Peace Reflection. How y'all doing, man? I see y'all on here. Eliana, it's nice to see you. How you doing?
Peace Reflection.
So look, I just want to get something off my chest, right? I feel like we always talk about lower self and higher self, and obviously we all need work, and we all have to work. And I feel like, Chief, even you said this. You said in your lower self, monogamy is acceptable. You know what I'm saying? I do understand. I understand where you coming from as far as like, because I feel like you want to give up. You want to give up so much to be happy, but also that's not being chief. You know what I'm saying? That's not being chief. That's not. I understand y'all love each other, and I understand, like, you know, you want to run your world with the chiefess, right? And I understand that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I don't know. I don't know. Like,
speak your piece, man. Just say what's on your heart, bro. Because I know you got it in your head, but now you got on live and you can't say it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I was gonna fuck around and call you later on. I just feel like Nana is currently in her lower self, and because of course she was stating that, well, I don't know what the future may hold. Maybe I will be up for it whenever we both can pick a more wives and etc. I'm trying to come off my chest right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so happy y'all together though. Like when I saw y'all, it was incredible. But I understand where she's coming from, but I understand where you're coming from, and I feel like as of now, in her lower self, you know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all shouldn't be together until she's in her higher self. Like it is what it is, and baby Eliana, oh man, she's so beautiful, man. Oh man, baby Eliana is so beautiful, man, and I would love to see all y'all together. And whoever said that you guys, all y'all be in the tribe and not be together and co-parent, hell no, absolutely not, absolutely fucking not, absolutely not. But I just feel like it's unfair and selfish that you have to compromise. Well, let's put it like this: you tried before. You tried monogamy before. Chiefs aren't nah. They poly. Fact. You know what I'm saying? And that. Hey, what price that?
What's good, man?
Nah, I'll fuck with you. Everybody was asking about you. I'll fuck with you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm right
Yeah,
here.
hey, peace, guy.
Right here.
Yeah, but yeah, for real. I love myself.
Juice. This is the juice.
Chocolate screw.
It's therapeutic in a way.
So hello guys.
Peace, God. How you feeling?
So I just want to say that I've been watching y'all for the longest and I do appreciate y'all's relationship. I understand where Nana is coming from because, like, as chiefess, all of the other women should respect her and, you know, respect y'all's space and y'all relationship because y'all relationship started first. But then, you know, from her coming and going and coming and going or whatever, it gave, like the caller said, the other ladies opportunity to feel like they had, you know, a chance with you, when in your heart, from all the previous videos, if anybody ever watched those of you and you were soaking thinking about her, and the minute I saw Malia, I'm like, well dang, she kind of resembled Nana, but that's not who he's feeling right now. They because of the Louisiana or whatever, the whole little dialect and everything like that, that probably drew you to her. And so now that Nana's back, it's like it's going to be friction between the two ladies because of Malia probably has feelings for you, and then you said you have feelings for her. But I think that you guys should work on, you know, yourself first, and then together come together and pick wives together, as opposed to, you know, maybe she's not polygamous right now, but if y'all do it together, then like y'all said, what the universe is put together, no man can take apart. Y'all are the universe 2 in 1. So what y'all put together, can't nobody come between y'all. If y'all put y'all wives together, then those are the ones y'all pick and choose. Not you by yourself or not her by herself. Y'all come together as one and y'all will make it. And I love baby Eliana. She's so cute. Okay, y'all, I'm down there, got okay, y'all. And look, and I put this lip gloss on for you, Nana. Okay, y'all.
It seems like the black community or the community wants to see us polygamists. Like it seems like they want to see us in that power, and it just dawned on me, like, just listening to everybody collectively as a consciousness, it seemed like they want that. Like, they want to see us together. They don't want us not to be together, but they also want to see us in power, in a sense of some kind of, not like some regular, oh, that's Beyonce and Jay-Z. No, they want to see Chief, and Chief is, you know what I'm saying? And I could see that and feel that with the people. You feel what I'm saying? And as I'm listening, if all right, let's put it like this. If y'all want the polygamy, press 1. If you don't, press 2. What does the people want? Let's see what the people want. The people, if you want the polygamy, press 1. If you want monogamy, press 2. Let's just see what the people say. Okay. Somebody said 4. I know y'all gonna be goofy. Why can't y'all just be real? Put Malia on the line. What y'all want to ask Malia? Y'all gotta call in and ask for Malia if y'all want Malia. I was just seeing what the people wanted. I was just asking what the people wanted. That's all. Just asking what the people wanted. That's it. Don't make it rhetorical. Don't make it crazy. I just said the people, what the people wanted.
Peace, family.
Peace, God.
So I just feel like, you know, I honestly feel like it's not even about polygamy versus monogamy. I feel like Nana loves you so much that she's open to compromising obviously to what you feel fulfilled with, right? So it's like, I think her only issue is really more so like the way that things have gone about happening more than the actual polygamy dynamic. So I never have heard you, Chief, like own up to feeling like the way you went about doing things was wrong.
Nah, I don't feel like it was wrong. I feel like it was normal.
You feel like it's normal to make major relationship changes or major decisions without communicating?
I tried my best and I did the righteous thing as I seen fit in the process as it came. So for me, I feel like it was normal what I did. Whether you've been in, how many relationships have you been in? Honestly.
In solid, like committed relationships, I've been in 3. And they've all been 4 years plus. Okay, so 4 years or not, they failed. So therefore, if I'm going to ask you, what did you do wrong in each relationship? You would say, I gave it my best. I did what I had to do in those relationships. No matter what the time length was, the experiences was the experiences. But
time don't mean nothing.
There are certain things that I can go back and reflect on, though, and say, you know what, this is the part that I played in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I understand completely that you were just doing what you felt was best in the moment, but I feel like you have grown since then. So being that you've...
Out of the 4 years, 3 times each one, which is what, 12? That's 12 years of relationships? You didn't get it right?
Well, it's just different people and different lessons. Like, you know.
Okay, same thing with me. It was different people.
But you guys keep coming back together, right?
Eliana.
You guys keep coming back together, so it's a different story. All of those people
so the difference here is that we have something that you and those other 3 people for 12 years didn't have. Well, I'm actually currently still going through a situation, and honestly, like, I can relate to you guys, and this is why I'm just, you know, I'm not judging you guys or saying you were wrong or even that. I just kind of can empathize with Eliana have been in a situation similar to that where I was open to that. You really can't relate to Eliana because Eliana found her soulmate. You still 12 years of 4-year relationships each. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what we got.
No, I don't know.
One day maybe, but not really.
Well, no, I won't know specifically because, you know, there's so much that you guys don't show on the camera. So I'm not trying to make it seem like I know everything, but I'm just saying, just based upon the little that I've heard Eliana express, I think it's just more so the way that things went about happening that really scarred her more than the actual polygamy.
And you're not being and you're being biased because it takes 2. You see what I'm saying? So it would have been different if you came on here and said, I could see it from her perspective and then I could see it from your perspective. Then you would have been fair and just. But for you to just take Nana's perspective makes you null and void in your point. So
no, I'm not taking her side. I'm just saying I feel like that's what's being neglected in what everydy's saying.
No, it's not being neglected. Everybody understands both sides of the story. Nobody's neglecting anything. Watch the show, please. What are you talking about? I like people that are just being fair about the situation on both ends.
What's up?
Yo, you tell me what's going on.
What's up? You know, I'm normally I'm down your neck, but today I'm kind of feeling what you're talking about for the first time in life. Okay.
For the first time. Okay. Country accent.
But so I wrote you a while ago, and I told you something in the lines of how. And I thought I talked to the wives about it as well, about kind of like Nana being the HBIC, you know, like she the head bitch in charge. And the other wives were like concubines. I don't know if you remember, you know, me talking to you about that. About the other wives being concubines. Excuse me. And so I feel like if you're gonna meet down the middle, okay, if you're gonna meet down the middle, it got to be like, let's just say if you decide to take Malia back, and I'm not telling you to take Malia back because that's not, you know, something I can say. But if you decide to take Malia back, I just need Nana to understand that, you know, she the HBIC and that not trying to say she a concubine, but the first wife is kind of like the HBIC, right? So she gonna be in charge. She like first in command, and nobody will ever take her place. So I mean, okay, I see how comments Malia is a silent storm, but if the first wife, the first wife always in charge. She the first person in charge. So it's not like the first wife will always be in charge. So it's not like Malia's taking her place. I know she don't want no bitch. You surely is a big old country bumpkin. I am a country bumpkin, bitches. But anyway.
You're fucking up our show. We trying to put this on YouTube.
Big old country bumpkin. We gonna have to end that. Oh, man. Never heard that term.
What, head bitch insurance?
No.
Country bumpkin? Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Never heard that.
She eat pig food.
Hello.
Yo. Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I will be speaking more from like an observer of you two. I don't watch you guys that much, but I see the back and forth and I understand the twin flame dynamic you guys have going on, or soulmates. But I feel like for me, this isn't really like a polygamous issue. I feel like this is like a trigger issue. I feel like for Nana, sharing you is the trigger. And I feel like when it comes to trigger, we're supposed to and get an understanding of it.
Yep.
And I feel like when we are saying, I'm going to copy.
Let's back back. So you just hit something that's very you smart. Explain trigger.
Triggers are things other beings bring up in you that you need to heal. And so when
person's very smart, but you're breaking up. Please get somewhere you get some signal. Yeah, go ahead. Hello? Hello? Damn. One smart caller that calls in. Alana Nature. She was dope. It was a trigger. That. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Okay, Alana, there you go. You got a signal now?
Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you coming in clear. Stay right there. Now, what was you saying about the triggers?
Yeah, so we will have to get to the understanding of why is it that she feels triggered when it comes to sharing? Because you guys have already decided that you're not going to be happy apart. So when it comes to her not wanting to pass that trigger, you're going to be putting your happiness on the line so that she can be happy, but it only lasts rarely because it's going to come back up because it's something that still needs healing. So even though you guys get together and y'all go through that first initial, we're back together, we're being monogamous right now, or whatever you want to call it, it's just the initial thing that you guys are going through because you're just back together. But the trigger will come up again because it's not healed. It's not for someone to not, I'm sorry. The trigger is not for someone else to do for you. You have to do that work. And when someone saying, okay, I'm not going to do this to trigger you, is actually stopping and hindering your growth because you have to grow past these things. And I think it's amazing that you guys are doing this on this platform in front of a lot of our people because I see a lot of the women reasoning with not because we all are having that issue where we have ownership of someone. And we will agree with that, but it's something that we have to heal. We don't own anyone. love is light and love is free, and you should be free to be who you are, both of you. And from Chief, it looks like you're looking at an aspect of I'm free to love who I want to, and Nana's looking at it an aspect of I don't want you loving others like you're mine, and that's kind of not too good to look at it, you know. No, you don't really own anyone, and you know that you guys have this dynamic connection that no one's gonna have, because I have this with my twin, but I let him be free to be himself. He's completely free to do what he wants to do, and I'm not affected by that because I'm happy with myself, and I know that our connection is so strong that no one's going to be able to have a connection exactly like ours. Now, I won't say that she's the HBIC and another woman is under her, because that's undermining the other woman. But your position is to be his twin flame. And if another woman was to come in his life, they're going to play that position based off of their understanding of, oh, the second wife, or, you know, whatever Chief wanted to put them as. And he will create women to play that role and not feel bad. It kind of sucks for Malia to kind of get just pushed off to someone when she still has to heal from this, because we're trying to avoid growth here, is what it looks like. And everybody, you know, is pretty much just observing this. So that's why it seems like a lot of people are on Chief's side, because we've observed this happen a lot, where we break up and we get back together. And it's not that you're wrong with where you are now. You're growing. We just have to honor where you are and understand that you still have to grow and expand. So you do need to eventually get past this. Anything that triggers you is something that needs to be healed. Anything that come up in someone that you don't necessarily like or agree with, it just needs to be healed within you, because you're supposed to be happy no matter what anyone else is doing. And you're going to be unhappy without your twin, because you guys are energetically drawn to each other. So either way, you're going to be unhappy. You have to figure out a way to make yourself happy, no matter if he has a wife, another wife on the side. No matter what's going on, you have to be happy and let him be free to be himself. Because if he say that I don't want to do the polygamy thing because I want you here, he's not free to be himself. And you're loving him for who you made him to be, not who he actually is. And that's not fair to him. And I see someone says, can she be free to be herself? I see that too. She should be free to herself, but yourself is all. You're everybody. Yourself wouldn't think to grab onto one being and hold it as my being, and my being.
Peace, God. Can you see me?
What's up?
Hey, I already knew this was gonna manifest. I knew Nana would be back. It's a beautiful thing. I think it's really beautiful because I've been watching y'all for a very long time, even before Nana. Okay, but as you know, as my chart, like I'm an energizer. I feel like a lot. I feel just by not even being in the room, I feel how everybody is feeling right now. I just want to know, Baba, like how are us as your students, how are we supposed to go about this? Like, how do you want us to heal from this? Because I mean, just as much as everybody else is, you know, everybody feels the energy. Everybody knows what's going on. Like, how do you want us to heal from it? Because I mean, I did make my choice. You know, I still feel as though I am a part of Carbon Nation because I still follow your teachings. I still watch you. I still watch y'all every day. but I just didn't like what came with all of it. I just want to know, like, how are we supposed to go about it? Like, what do we? I mean, are you still going to teach polygamy, or like, do you want people to focus on what they really love and what they feel like they value and what they really need in their lives? Because from my understanding, I know y'all are doing this because y'all are trying to, y'all feel like you have something that's stronger than what, you know, the extra stuff is going to come with this. Like, how do you want us to feel about it? Like,
when you say, how do I want you to feel about it and how do I want you to heal from it, what do you mean?
Like, how do you think people are, because I'm seeing like people are coming in there saying their views, but y'all not feeling it. Like, y'all not feeling what people saying. Like, y'all not, like, y'all just, y'all not really, it's a couple that y'all connected on, but how are we supposed to, how are you expecting us to feel about this? That's what I want to know. Like, are we supposed to just
I'm not expecting y'all to feel anything but what y'all feel. I'm trying to listen to understand what y'all feel.
Right.
That's why I opened it up for y'all to express that. I don't want y'all to feel nothing but what y'all feel, and then let's come.
And I'm not even the type. I'm not about to get on here and tell y'all what y'all need to do, because that's y'all's life. I really feel like no one can really get on here and tell y'all what y'all are supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's not right. Like, because no one is there to even know what y'all are going through. Like, that's the realest it's gonna get. I mean, people can come on here with their opinions all day, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna feel how you feel, and Nana's still gonna feel how she feel, regardless of what our opinions are, because we're not there. You know what I mean? But I really do want to know, like, well, you already said what you want, but do you think that being polygamous would really benefit you and Nana? Do you think it will help out?
Let me say like this. The last caller said something that was really important. The last two callers said a lot of important stuff. That's why I like to call in the public, because it'd be a lot of stupid stuff, but then Eliana, give me a minute. It'd be a lot of stupid stuff people say, but then every now and then you'll hear some angelic shit come through this phone. So the part where it's like, whoa, that was sound. So it was like, one of the things I was always interested through the polygamy was watching Eliana deal with her triggers.
Right.
And seeing how well she dealt with pressure. And when things didn't go her way, how she dealt with them. You know what I mean? Even if they were wrong, you know, how she went and dealt with it was very important for me to watch.
Right. And that was a part of building her also. You are right.
So polygamy gave me the venue to watch my woman and look at her under pressure when things didn't go her way. And when she was triggered, I got to see who she became. And you know what I mean? It was like testing out some gold. You know what I'm saying? To see if it was real. You don't know what you got until it's under pressure type shit. Just to watch her behavior was an amazing thing for me. I think that was very, very beneficial to watch that. I mean, even as her man, to watch me in situations where pressure was put on us and we was in a clutch. I mean, I'm pretty sure she was watching me in those moments to see how I dealt with, you know, certain pressures as a man, to measure in her mind what kind of man I was. And I'm looking for my woman under pressure to perform a certain way that in my mind I could always say, wow, she was, you know what I'm saying, she handled that shit very mature, you know.
Right.
And so it gives me a way of watching her after being triggered. And for me, I feel, and I say it to this day, I feel she didn't have to leave to get what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
She just needed to learn how to handle herself emotionally.
And she also did need to see how she was, you know, without you. I'm not saying that was a benefit to y'all's relationship, but she needed to be without you so she could know what she was really missing, you know?
Yeah.
I just I don't want like the outside people to like try to interfere with y'all have going on. You know what I mean? Like, I understand you opening this up for people because, I mean, you have a lot of people that have been watching y'all for a while and they feel like they could have some say so. But I just want y'all to, I don't know, I just want it. I'm not gonna say I want it to be how it used to be when I was watching y'all, because like Nana was saying, nobody really knows what y'all were going through, like behind the cameras. I do want y'all to be one though, because
y'all seen a lot.
Yeah, we seen a lot.
And the smart people can fill in the holes.
Yeah, we seen a lot, but
the smart people can fill in the holes. Real recognize real. The smart people can fill in those holes that they didn't see. It ain't it. I seen people as soon as we come on live, they know exactly what's going on. Where's like damn, like they on it. Like we got some adamant followers that be on it. Like wow, you can't hide nothing from them. You know what I mean? So
what does the ring signify?
Our bond.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? The ring. Ring is
it's beautiful. I seen it.
It's like a circle.
It is a circle.
And it shines in the darkness. It's like a circle. It's never ending, like our relationship. It's never ending. It's not like a square or a triangle. It has an end. It's like a circle. It just keeps on going.
It's a cycle.
And the diamond represents the shining prism.
Yeah. Finally she smiles. But I'm watching y'all. Like, I'm still following y'all. I mean, I see what y'all got going on. It was just a lot of pressure, like you said though. Like that was gonna come with it, the pressure, with the movement. I mean, y'all the backbone to all this. You feel me? And I feel like just as much as people saying that she need to deal with the other woman, they're gonna have to deal with her too. I mean, that's just what it is. Y'all all back one again. I just want to see y'all happy again. You know, because that shit was beautiful. That shit was beautiful.
I feel like she grew a lot leaving this.
She did.
And I was reality put her through some shit. We can't even tell the story because it's just too real. But it don't put her through some shit where she ain't never leaving again. Let me tell you.
I was even watching her on Facebook when she, left Carbonation. She was still, she was still putting out her knowledge and stuff. She didn't fall, like, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't like, didn't go into a deep state of depression and show people that she was in a depression.
You don't know. We can't tell you. This is what we can't tell you. How